Welcome everybody to VCC's Learning Exchange event. We've been doing Learning Exchange for about 8 years now. Every year we try to bring in new ideas, examples of things that are going on across the country, across the globe.
We had Kansas, we had folks up in Northern California, all participating today because they are communities that are trying to move some of their assets into local investments. And they're doing it through their community foundation or other organizations. So they wanted to hear what we're doing here in Virginia. It's really a cool feeling to have the VCC message go out to communities around the country.
VCC is emblematic of community development finance institutions that are able to raise private capital and begin to invest in new ways around the kind of projects that communities want, whether it's workforce housing, whether it's access to home ownership, small business.
I think the word for me that encapsulated is hopeful. Coming from an area that they talked about being disadvantaged and redlined, it hit home. In my household, my community, my church, those are things that we talk about, and it's good to hear people talking about it on a larger scale and actually making action toward do something about it, to be able to quantify and look at it and divide it up and actually make a movement toward that. Hopeful.
There are absolutely lessons here for everyone, urban and rural. The challenges are the same, and the challenge is start and identify your assets. Once you identify your assets, then build on them, regardless of where you come from.
And it's really tied to what the community needs, what the community wants. Folks that really care about place, figuring out how do you move from just traditional grant making to using more of their assets to make transformational change in their own communities. And you're seeing that growing interest. And I think events like this and bringing national speakers to our audience will really help with that.
Passion comes from seeing cities come back, over the last 30 years and finally recognizing that they have the market power and civic power to get stuff done.
You heard some examples of how collaboration and innovation can help promote those local answers. I hope we've planted some seeds.